Hot damn, do we have an episode for you today?
We ain't talking about no disco inferno. What are we talking about?
The Dublin Whiskey Fire. June 18th, 1875. Dublin, Ireland.
Oh, you mean to tell me that the story about alcohol takes place in Ireland?
Mm-hmm.
Is that how we're doing this?
That
Makes a little too much sense if you ask me.
Drunk people.
Ireland.
It began like any other day, with sailors, shop owners, corn porters, and the regular. It began like any other day, with sailors, shop owners, corn porters, and the regular crowds walking
all
about
drunk.
the streets.
All of them were drunk. Every single one sloshed out of their fucking mind.
Like any other day. And the regular crowds walking about the streets of Dublin. By sunset, a river of fire would be flowing through those same streets. Reed's Malt House and Malone's Warehouse were neighboring businesses on Chambers Street in the Liberty section of Dublin. Both were doing well in the busy city, but that night, everything changed. A small fire broke.
People realized they didn't want alcohol anymore.
They just quit drinking.
They just decided, no more. We say. Oh wait, was it prohibition?
Yeah, I was gonna say they prohibitioned
They
themselves.
prohibitioned it.
A shop owner and a corn porter walk into a bar. They say, "Can I get some water?"
Can I get a water? They say, "Aren't you Irish?" They say, "Yeah. What about it?"
A small fire broke out around 8 p.m. in Reed's and quickly spread to Malone's, where thousands of barrels of alcohol were being held. By 10 p.m., the rapidly growing flames had reached the alcohol and released an estimated 1,800 to 5,000 barrels of whiskey into the streets of Dublin.
Ah, they're in Ireland. That's no big deal.
Yeah, no.
They're like, whatever.
It's like any other night, as long as it doesn't catch on fire.
Yeah.
But then...
It's like, hey, it's whiskey running through the streets. It's a miracle.
It's a party. It's a good Saturday night.
Yeah, why we...
But then...
Oh.
Due to the highly combustible properties of alcohol, the spilled barrels led to a flaming river of whiskey, 6 inches deep, that stretched on for over a quarter of a mile.
You know what else is 6 inches deep?
Your grave when I fucking...
This fucking joke ends right now.
A few groups of well-meaning civilians attempted to put out the fires by pouring water on them, but this only made matters worse. The alcohol floated on top of the water like petrol, spreading the flames even more.
Man, that's like rule number 1.
Yeah, this is like super grease fire.
You don't put water on... Oh, God. That's...
Do they even have fucking fire extinguishers?
What was their fire department like?
They were all drunk.
Right,
they were all drunk. Fire department started the fire. That's what they thought.
They don't even have a fire truck, huh? Do they?
When were cars invented?
In the 1900s, probably. I'm just gonna say that now. It was in the 1900s. Hey, editor, if I'm right, I'll put it right here.
The blaze continued to catch fire to everything in its path, and it wasn't slowing.
Yeah, no, probably not. They're just making it bigger. I don't think it's slowing.
While many were busy panicking about the inferno, others took to the river of fire to get their share of free booze.
Yeah, of course they did. Of course.
That makes more sense. That's
yeah, that
Irish.
sounds like Ireland.
How Irish of you.
Yeah, even if it's on fire, like, even if it's actually on fire, they're like, give me that shit, boy.
Okay, I actually have a really valid... Are we racist?
I'm incredibly racist.
A newspaper at the time stated, crowds...
No.
Crowds of people assembled and took their hats off and boots to collect the whiskey, which ran in streams along the street. 4 persons have died in the hospital from the effects of drinking the whiskey, which was burning hot as it flowed.
I'll actually give it to you that was better than the Scottish accent.
All of them are perfect to me, so...
You're perfect to me. Not only humans were attracted to the stream of free whiskey.
Leprechauns were too. All of them.
They were still alive in 1875 is the logic behind that.
Yeah, it's like dodo birds and leprechauns.
One story tells of a dog that drank from the burning flow of liquor, got drunk, ran home, and attacked its owner, and jumped from a second-story window, effectively killing itself.
Man, I've been there before, you know what I mean?
I feel that, my man. Getting crazy out with the boys. Jump out the window after attacking my
Saturday
mom.
Night.
Oh, fuck,
More like Saturday fight.
Meanwhile, other animals such as horses and pigs fled through the streets with the terrified crowds, trying to avoid the fire and adding to the chaos.
No, I mean like,
No.
well, it's just like it was flowing through the streets. So it's like they just avoid the streets, they'll be fine.
The constable's like, everybody just stay inside. There's fucking liquor in the streets. Everyone's like, liquor in the streets. And
But the animals.
Well, they didn't know. The animals are just happened to be there.
Who let the animals out?
Amongst the mayhem and panic, the fire blazed on. Gusts of wind caused the flames to barely miss a convent and a maternity hospital, and instead steer toward a row of occupied tenement houses.
It's basically just attracted to them. I mean, the fire's trying to get the babies. That's how they become Irish. They're just normal babies, and then they get touched by whiskey.
Then they get like reborn. They get
baptized in whiskey.
Yeah, whiskey flame. They get like reforged, and then they come out as
Irish.
And that's where the red hair comes from.
And that's where the red,
Okay, are we racist? At another home on the street, a wake was in progress, and those attending were forced to leave and carry the corpse with them to mourn elsewhere.
They're like, pick him up, run, we're going!
Ah, shit, this is a funeral on the go!
Yeah. Put some wheels on that bitch.
This is a take and bake, motherfucker. No, it's a take and wake! God damn it!
It's a wake and bake, because there's fire.
Just when all seemed hopeless,
it was.
Fire Captain James Robert Ingram and his brigade arrived. He was known for his creative methods of fighting fires.
Like more fire!
He would fight fire with fire, and he even once wrestled a fire. It was fucked up.
He himself caused the fires to begin with.
He was solving problems he made.
See, if there's so many fires within a month, there just can't be any more. They run out of fire. So if you just use it all in the beginning, then you don't have any more fires.
The fire captain walks into the mayor's office and is like, alright, here's our allotted fire for this month. Let me just...
The fire budget. The mayor's like, why did I put this idiot as captain? He's using all the fire.
I'm the fire captain, damn it.
You're the fire captain. I'm Captain Fire!
He just thinks he's a fucking superhero. He was known for his creative methods of fighting fires, and he once ordered upon his men to extinguish a burning ship by sinking the entire thing.
Doesn't that defeat the point? Like, why would you want to save a ship from burning so it doesn't sink? It's like, you know what? This building can't burn if we knock it to the ground right now.
I think he's a double agent working for the fire.
He is. He is Captain Fire.
Upon arriving at the scene, he ordered for a mixture of sand and gravel to be poured on the whiskey, but it wasn't enough.
It needed to be a mixture. It couldn't have been sand or gravel.
No.
He's like, I need a 25-75 mix, otherwise it's not working.
I need 75 cc's of sand.
Yeah.
He's also a surgeon, fuck it.
Yeah. He's a man of many occupations. Superhero. Fire captain, surgeon,
passionate lover.
I was gonna say chemist.
Suddenly, the captain had an idea. Ingram was aware of the surplus of horses in the city and ordered his men to gather as much manure as they could. Okay, for a second I thought he was just gonna be like, fuck it, throw the horses in the fire.
If it does work, good, fire's out, we're saved. If it doesn't work, that's a shit ton of whiskey flame, grilled horse meat. Just ready, just lining the streets. But you can cook it and make a feast for all of Ireland.
Just feed them.
Thank you, Instagram. You saved us.
What?
His name is Ingram.
His team piled the feces, making a dam for the booze to flow out of and the fire to decay.
Setting shit on fire, it's not putting out fires. That's just something that frat dudes do as a prank.
I mean, I read ahead a sentence. I think it worked.
Oh, okay. We're good.
The Dublin Fire Brigade had saved the day.
They did it! Woo!
Yeah! Oh, thanks, boys!
Go, James Instagram.
Not a single life was taken by the inferno. However, 13 civilians died from alcohol poisoning, and the whiskey had traces of dirt and feces.
This Dublin Fire was truly a one-shit wonder.
Every fucking time. 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Take one down, pass it around. 98 bottles of beer on the wall. From the windows to the walls, the sweat drips down my balls. Yeet! Top the top.